and answer yang mana ada yes, and then total up your score. I give you the what do you call that? Your score lah, what it means, how healthy is your vascular health. Okay, think since most of us are already taking Kayani nutrition, we should be having good score lah. Tapi tak. Hi June. Okay, to see what's your score, how you're doing with this Nitro health. Okay. If you've answered yes to any one of those 12, you give yourself 1 point, and let's see what it means. Okay. If you have one of 4 items, which means the low score, which means your vessels are still good and you should do whatever you can to maintain it. Okay. And now if it's 5 to 7, you know, if 5 to 7, then you have your blood vessel 10 years or older. Oops. Which means if you're 50, your blood vessel is full. Not good. Okay, let's find out how we can make it better. Now, if your score is 8 to 12, you know, 8 to 12, which means out of that 12 questions, you have at least 8, or you have all the answers yes, then your blood vessel is 20 years and older. So a lot of work to be done, but it's not impossible. You know, when I was taking, when I recovered from cancer, and it took me about 3 years to take from where I was to how I am today. So the chemo, what happened with chemo is it makes the blood vessel very keras, you know, and very hard to put in the needle. But the last time I did an infusion, it was easier. So I think there's a bit of improvement. Elasticity, blood vessel elasticity. So what it means, if you're in category 2 or 3, you should take look at your lifestyle. Look at your lifestyle, and we are here to help you make a change. Current health. Okay, are we ready? To those of you who have just joined, this is what it's about, to answer these questions. Question number 1 to question number 12, and put a score in your, that if you answer yes to any one of these, you score 1. And if you answer, hopefully you don't have so many. This is the only time you don't want yes. So after this, we can go through again, because Gilan, are you ready?
Yes, okay.
Okay, I stop share first while I introduce Gilan to everybody. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum, everybody. My name is Fuziana. I'm your host for today. A monumental task for me, but I try to make it good. Let me introduce to you the speaker for today. It's none other than my good friend, my buddy, my soulmate, my soul sister. Not my soul sister. Nanti William marah bagi soulmate. Lee Yilan. Okay, Yilan is a pharmacist by training, and she used to own a pharmacy, community pharmacy. That's when we got to know each other, because I'm also a pharmacist. So we were then along the way she found her true calling, which is very much to our advantage. She has introduced wellness, many of us, and I hear her speak almost every day. Almost every day, and that's why it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our youthful, vibrant Miss Miss Lee Yilan. Okay,
Recording in progress.
so you can. So Yilan, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Datin Fuziana, for that introduction. Thank you. She's really my soul sister. I really admire Fuziana a lot. I think for those of you who know her, you definitely know what a courageous person she is. And maybe for our new friends who may not know her, please get to know her story, because she will inspire you. Okay, so good afternoon. Thank you for joining us this Saturday afternoon. Very happy to see many of you here. I see some new friends as well. Welcome to our session, because I hope that these sessions that we do is mainly to help you to increase your knowledge, your information, and your awareness. And with this, you can actually take charge of your health. Whatever health status that you're in right now, it is not permanent. Whatever sickness you have right now, or ailments that you need medications right now, it is not permanent. Rest assured that you can heal it, you can actually reverse it, and you can control it. And those of us who are maybe currently pretty healthy, you can avoid disease, you can delay disease, and you can live to a very long life. We can live a long life, but we want quality of life. So that is what our educational talks here is about. It's really to let you know that there is always hope. No matter what situation you're in, you can always improve. Okay, so how was the test? Okay, the test is, of course, it's not the only test that will tell you, oh, I'm fine, oh, something is wrong. Okay, it is just a quiz. Of course, you must always go for your medical checkups and all that to find out more things lah. But it is just a first assessment to at least know if you are not in that 1 to 4 range, right? At least you know that something is not right. My lifestyle is poor. But if you're in that 1 to 4 range, also it doesn't mean that you're so safe. There are so many other factors as well that affects your vascular health. Okay, so it is just something to spur on your information or your awareness about vascular health. So today I will want to, I think last week I talked about cellular health, and this week I want to talk about vascular health. Let me just start by sharing the screen. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Fuziana, for being the host, because I was really doing a lot of things, and then last minute I told her, please help me to get the front parts done right. So thank you so much for sitting in as usual, my partner in crime. So our power of Nitro Nutrition is about letting you know about how nitric oxide, that is something that's in your body that actually can help you. Why it's so important? Maybe for those of you here, how many of you have not heard of nitric oxide before? Today is the first time, or maybe you heard of it but you're not sure what it is. Okay, our normal partners, okay, you all tahu, tak apa. So you can put a yes if you already heard of it in the chat. Why? Or if you have never heard of it and you are curious to know more, you can put an N in the chat, just to know that maybe this is something very new and you would like to get more information about it. Can I just see something in the chat so that I know where we stand here today? Okay, before I move on. So I see a lot of Y, and there's also a no N. Okay, Lillian is a no. Okay, great. It is always good for me as well, coming from my background. I'm maybe for those of you who do not know me, my name is Ilan. I'm actually a pharmacist by training. I used to run a community pharmacy in Malacca for almost 20 years. And I was dishing out medications to people. You sell medication, you help them for your, especially chronic diseases. A lot of them come in for diabetic medication, high blood medication, asthma, gout, painkillers. So we are selling a lot of medications to not say treat, but help them to control their problems. But I realized over the years that their health problems or these disease states do not improve. In fact, they only get worse. The medicines is just there to control your symptoms, but they're still living with the disease. The diabetes is still there, the hypertension is still there. And as long as you're living with this disease, it will progress. It will not just stay where it is. Today, if you say, oh, my sugar is okay, my blood pressure is under control, you don't be too happy because it is just under control, but your disease is still there. And when a disease state is in your body, it just means that your body is not healthy. If your body is healthy, you will not have this disease. So this awareness is just to let you know, if you have a current condition right now that is causing you pain, or you're having this high blood pressure or diabetes or sugar a bit high, or maybe obesity is another big issue. Obesity is also a disease state. Now, obesity is just not a physical thing. I'm being a bit fat also. No, obesity is classified by WHO as a disease. So if you have all these conditions, just be aware that your body is telling you that your body is not healthy, your body is sick. You can still be functionable, but it is in the process of getting to a sick state where eventually one day it will show up as a bigger thing. So in that process of me being a pharmacist, I realized that we are actually not really helping out my patients and my clients. We are just putting a little plaster to the wound. So I thought that maybe we have to look into what caused the disease in the first place. And after reading up a lot about nutrition, lifestyle, I realized it is that the thing that's really causing the problem is the years of poor lifestyle, the years of poor nutrition, the years of having a lot of stress. And that is something that we have to create more awareness to. So right now, with my 30 years of experience in community health, I'm really very passionate about empowering people to take charge of their own health. Okay, your health is your responsibility, not the doctor. Doctor only comes to the point when you need really help lah. But other than that, once things have settled down, it is now your duty and your responsibility to take charge of your health. Do you agree with what I say here? If you agree, then today's talk will be very worthwhile to listen because it's going to give you a very good way to really go down to the bottom of what causes all these diseases in your body. Okay, so let me start very quickly. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. I really find that over the years of being a pharmacist, medicine is not a food. Medicine is really helps you, yes, at the critical point where your body is imbalanced, you need the control, you need that medication. But after that, go back and see what do we have in nature which can actually help your own body to heal. So the human body heals itself and nutrition provides the resources. So this is where we are coming on today. We are looking back into nutrition, what we can do on a daily basis that can heal your body from a disease state, or it can protect your body from getting a disease. Okay, just a little disclaimer as well. Today's session is mainly not meant to replace medical advice by your doctors, or is it intended to suggest, to diagnose, treat, cure any medical condition. Today, I'm just sharing some education and creating awareness so you can make your own informed choices for your own good health. Okay, so rewind back a little bit this. If you want optimal health, right, if you really want to stay healthy, stay functionable until your ripe old age, these are the two important keys you must remember. Number one, your cells. Okay, your cellular health must be really important. Every part of your body is made up of your cells, your brain cells, your heart cells, your eye cells. So this part I already covered last week when I talked about this cellular health. Now today I want to focus on the second part of optimal health, which is good blood circulation. And this is where we have to talk about your vascular health, the health of the blood vessels that's flowing in your body. Okay, so I will explain more about this as I was doing this, preparing for this. There are just so many interesting things that I found out that I want to tell you, but of course due to time I got to cut short a little bit lah. So why is good blood circulation important? Okay, take a look at this diagram now. If you look at this person on the right, this is you, okay? This is you. You take out your skin, you take out your muscle tissues and your fats and all. You just leave behind your blood vessels, take out your bones also here lah. Just leave behind your blood vessels. This is what you look like. Okay, you can see here, there's a lot of red here, which there's a lot of blood vessels in your brain. This is your lungs. There's tremendous blood vessels in your lungs. These are your kidneys, a lot of blood vessels going there as well. And there's a whole string of blood vessels going through from your hands to your tip of your fingers, from your stomach here to the tip of your toes. Everywhere, the blood vessels is like a super highway in your body. If you look at this diagram here as well, from the big blood vessels, it goes to the smaller until the very small one. So the whole, if you total up all these blood vessels in your body, it can go up to almost 96,000 kilometers. There are some saying 100,000 kilometers. So it depends for your body size and all that. And in children, it can go up to about 60,000 kilometers as well. So this number of this 96,000 kilometer is something like going around the world 2.5 times. Okay, that is the amount of the length of your blood vessels here. And just to know how big and how small your blood vessel is, the biggest one, of course, you can see your aortic, the one is your heart, right? Because the heart is pumping, so that you need a very big blood vessel here. Where is it? Here, okay. But here's the biggest blood vessel here. But the smallest one could measure as small as 5 micrometer. Okay, if you don't know what is 5 micrometer, if you take your hair, okay, your hair is very fine, right? So your hair is 17 micrometer. So the smallest blood vessel is more than 3 times smaller, narrower than your hair. So you can imagine how fine these blood vessels are. Okay, so your human body is really quite amazing. So I'll share a little bit more about maybe certain organs which is important. Let's say it's your brain. Your human brain has about 400 miles or about 640 kilometers of blood vessels. And you can see here, that's why the brain needs a lot of these blood vessels, which delivers oxygen and nutrients to the brain. However, in the brain, I think you may have heard something called the blood-brain barrier. There is something protective in the blood vessels that go to your brain, because your brain is a very fragile organ, right? So this extra barrier, like this is your blood vessel for the normal one, but in the brain, there is an extra barrier here, which is of course consists of certain tissues or so, that prevents things like bacteria, toxins, substances that is not good for the brain. It blocks it from going in. It only allows things like oxygen, nutrients, carbon dioxide, things like that to transfer in and out of the brain. Other than that, they are blocking so that your brain do not get infected. But of course, through disease state, when the blood vessels are weak or so, then that's where bacteria can enter to your brain, toxins can go into your brain, and all the brain diseases will start coming in. So just to let you know that the brain has an extra protection called the blood-brain barrier. So it is naturally occurring to protect our brain. So it's very important to make sure that our blood vessels here are also very healthy. Now, this is your lungs. Okay, today we are very concerned about your lungs. Again, in your lungs, there are about 500 million alveoli. So what it means is this is your trachea, okay, your nose, you breathe in, and this is where the blood starts flowing into your lungs. And when it goes right to the end of the tip of the blood vessels, the capillaries in your lung, the tip of it, there's a little like grape kind of a bundle of grapes. But this bundle of grapes are actually inside here, we call it like a little balloon alveoli. And this is where is the end point of your respiratory system, and oxygen and carbon dioxide is exchanged here. So if you open up this alveoli, which of course the research shows that there's 5 million this kind of grape-like thing in both your lungs, and it creates a surface area about half the size of a tennis court. So can you imagine, we need that amount of surface area so that you can get oxygen in very fast and you can excrete carbon dioxide very fast. Very, very important. So when you see now they're talking about people not getting oxygen enough due to all this COVID, it is because of all this alveoli would have been damaged. They cannot exchange oxygen. They cannot take in oxygen. From 500 million, maybe it can go even down to half. So the effectiveness of getting oxygen into your blood vessels, into your body is lessened. So just know a little bit about this anatomy for you to appreciate what you have in your body. How about your kidneys? Okay. So in your kidneys again, as the blood flows to your kidneys, it will also lead to all these cabang-cabang like your lungs, and it will end up again to another pouch. Just now it was called an alveoli, like grapes, but in your kidneys it's called glomerulus or something like a nephron. And it again, you see the capillary goes in like cacing like that, it goes round and round again to increase surface area. And this is also where the exchange of things are happening, like oxygen, and it also gives nutrients to your kidneys, and it also takes out the toxins. So there's a lot of exchange done over here, and each kidney has approximately 1 million of this. So you have 1 million in one kidney and another million in another kidney, and this 1 million alveoli is responsible for you to take in water, for you to take in your nutrients, oxygen, and to excrete all the waste products. So if your kidney blood vessels are damaged or not well, that is where you have problems, kan? So that's how important your blood vessels are in most of your organs. Okay. So some facts just to tickle your mind again. Now, blood vessel damage can start very early, even during childhood. Even though you see disease comes in older age, people, adults only get heart disease, adults get diabetes, hypertension, but the damage can start from childhood. Okay, so it takes years and time for your blood vessel to get damaged. And these blood vessels undergo changes with age and time. It can start from a child, and as you get older and time, your blood vessels don't remain the same. It will change, and most of the time it change for the worse. Okay, because of poor lifestyle and diet as well. So there's this one study done by this American Heart Association, AHA. They found that obese teenagers who are obese with high blood pressure, they show thicker signs of arteries by the time they reach 30 years old. So when your arteries are thicker, definitely it's narrower, right? And that will cause blockages and heart problem. So if the children are obese and overweight, it is certainly not a good thing to do. You have to take care of your children right from young to make sure that they don't go obese, they don't go overweight, because that the disease starts at their age already, even though it's not showing, but by the time they reach 30, already showing a lot of signs. Okay, there are even signs of even earlier than that. And another one is exposure to tobacco smoke causes immediate damage, not only to the lungs, but to all the blood vessels in our body. So we always feel that smokers think that, oh, only my lung is affected. No, all the blood vessels, including the vessels to your kidneys, to your brains, they will all be affected. So cigarette smoke, whether first hand or second hand, please avoid it. There is really no benefit at all to that. And smoking can also cause scar tissue and fats to accumulate inside the blood vessel, restricting blood flow. So that is, it can do a lot of damage to your blood vessels. So let's talk a little bit about this heart disease, because it has got a lot to do with your vascular health. In Malaysia, the number one cause of death is ischemic heart disease. And it could be a heart attack, it could be a heart failure, anything with a heart problem is number one. Every day there's about at least 50 people dying of a heart problem, ischemic heart disease. Number two, pneumonia is an infection of the lungs. Now, number three is cerebrovascular disease, is like your strokes, things that's got to do with blockages to your brains, okay, brain cells. So that's number three, strokes and complication of strokes. 4, accident, and 5, chronic lower respiratory disease could be also, again, a blood vessel problem leading to your lung issue. So over here, if you can see, the risk of dying to heart disease in Malaysia is getting higher and higher over the years. You know, it's not getting lower. People are dying from heart disease or having heart disease very much in Malaysia and throughout the world. And this is starting at an early age as well. In Malaysia, the average age is about 58 people having heart disease, some younger, some older. And most of this, nearly half of these heart attack patients, have 3 or more risk factors. That means, number 1, they are obese. Number 2, they have high blood pressure. Number 3, they have diabetes. Number 4, they are smokers. And they may have also abnormal cholesterol levels or high cholesterol levels. Okay, so these are risk factors that will accelerate your risk of getting a heart problem. That is why this kind of disease is so important not to be taken lightly. You may be having it and having it controlled with medications or so, but you must find a way to reverse gear, which to me, I can tell you is possible because we have so many people who have already reversed gear in all these areas. Especially if you're overweight or obese, you can bring down your weight, okay? You just have to know what to do. So let's get to this nitric oxide thing. So what is this thing called nitric oxide? Okay. Just also to let you all know, along the way, if you do have any questions, you can type in the chat. At the end of it, I will try and look into it and answer if I can. Okay, so feel free to just type into the chat in case you want to ask some questions. So nitric oxide, even to me, from the medical world, we know that nitric oxide is very important in medical world to dilate blood vessels or so. But in the nutritional world, people seem to be not aware about it. So it's so quite surprising when I start sharing, people don't know much about it. But you must be aware that this important molecule, if you really understand what it does, you will be so happy and relieved that, hey, there is an answer to all these problems that I'm having, okay? So it is termed as a miracle molecule is a winner of the Nobel Prize Science. It can actually dilate blood vessels by up to 62% with just one dose of some nutrients that can dilate blood vessel, that can increase the nitric oxide levels. So in the year 1992, this journal, Science Journal, named nitric oxide as molecule of the year. As you know, in science, people are always discovering things and all that. And if nitric oxide has been named molecule of the year, you can see the importance of it. And in 1998, these three scientists shared a Nobel Prize for their discovery regarding nitric oxide. So what many scientists were finding out what is this thing that controls the dilation of your blood vessels, whether it constricts or it dilates. So these three fellas, one of them is Robert Forgot. He found that there is one factor called the endothelium-derived relaxing factor. Okay, if you don't know it, never mind. But he just knows that there's something in the blood vessels that will signal your blood vessels to expand or decrease. And then this guy, Luis Ignaro, he found out that this EDRF, this thing that this fellow was finding out about, is actually nitric oxide. He found that he identified that this molecule is called nitric oxide. And Dr. Farid Murad, he found out that nitroglycerin, the GTN, release nitric oxide to release chest pain. He found that there is a link between nitric oxide and heart disease and angina. So for their research, they won the Nobel Prize, which is, of course, is a very high and prestigious award. Okay? So let's look a little bit more about this molecule of life. So it is a signaling molecule. That means this molecule sends signals. Okay, without signals, your body don't know what to do, right? It's like when you're hungry, it's because your stomach sends a signal to your brain to say you're hungry. So nitric oxide sends a signal to your blood vessels whether you should dilate or constrict. And many books have been written about it. And Dr. Farid Murad, in his book, actually I have this book here. I was reading it yesterday. Dr. Murad and nitric oxide. He says that 99.9% of human disease are related to nitric oxide. Now, without nitric oxide, there is no life, which is so true because, oxygen, we are so used to oxygen. We say, without oxygen, 4 or 5 minutes, or no oxygen go to the brain, go to the heart, we will die, right? So that's why we do CPR and all that. But do you know, without nitric oxide for just 3 to 5 seconds, you cannot survive. That is how important this nitric oxide is. So nitric oxide is a gas. Okay, it is something that is very volatile. It's produced, it's gone. It's produced, it's gone. So your body is doing it and releasing it every time. There are some people who say, is it nitrous oxide, the laughing gas? Okay, no, it's different. Nitrous oxide is used in dental clinics, and so they sedate patients. It's also used in OT to sedate patients, but it's not that laughing gas. It is not that nitric oxide gas. It's different. It is also not nitric acid, the one that people say, hey, this nitric oxide is very dangerous to your health. It's not that as well. It's not the nitric oxide in the nitric acid that is in the rain. Okay, it's not. It's totally not the. It sounds like it, but it's not. It's not the nitrogen oxide that is made that you make all your explosives and fertilizers. Is not as well. This is a totally different molecule. Okay, it's nitric oxide. So when some of the people, when I tell them, they go in Google and then they go and research all this and they got the wrong information. The term is actually just nitric oxide. Okay, so nitric oxide, if you understand and you get enough of it in your body, it can extend your lifespan up to more than 30 years, according to Dr. Farid Murad. You can live up to 120 years old if you have sufficient nitric oxide in your body. Okay, and right now there's so many studies because of their discovery. Right now, even up to date, there are more than 160,000 studies done by so many scientists around the world to study the relationship of nitric oxide to functions of your body, to diseases, how it affects disease states, and how you can maybe use that research to treat somebody relating to nitric oxide. Okay, so there are many systems that's affected by nitric oxide at a glance here. Later on, I will tell you more about it. Looking at it is everything lah. Your heart system, your respiratory system, your musculoskeletal system, your cellular function, your nervous system, including pain management, your immune system, your gastrointestinal tract, your sexual health. Every single part of your body, there has to be some nitric oxide involved because every part of your body needs blood circulation, and that blood circulation needs oxygen, and it delivers oxygen and nutrients to your cells. So that is why the good blood circulation and blood flow is too important to your health. Okay, so let's explain a little bit more about what it does in your blood vessel for your benefit. So if you can see here, this is your blood vessel. You just take this part here, the lumen. Your nitric oxide is this blue and red little thing. We are representing it with this molecule, red and blue. It's produced here. It's produced by these endothelial cells. The one here is your blood. So it's produced by these endothelial cells. So in all part of your blood vessels, in your arteries, is produced there. But if your blood vessels is sick, your endothelial cells are damaged, then nitric oxide cannot be produced. So along the way, due to poor lifestyle or so, these nitric oxide levels will go down because your cells, your epithelial cells cannot produce the nitric oxide. Okay, so again, another to show, if you have sufficient nitric oxide in your body, it will prevent your blood vessels from getting narrower. It will increase the blood flow. So just like your pipe, right? If you have a wider pipe, water can flow through very fast. If you have a narrow pipe, water flow very slowly. So in your body, right, do you think you want to have a better blood flow or a narrow blood flow? Okay, so definitely you want a good blood flow, right? So it can flow to all parts of your body. Right, so looking at this diagram again, this is the typical blood flow, which is narrow, and this is definitely the optimal blood flow where you can flow oxygen, nutrients, all the good things to nourish your cells, where it can do the repair and it can do the maintenance. I think you got to mute someone in the participant. You hear some background noises. Okay, so what causes this heart attack? A heart attack is caused when the blood flow. If you look at this here, when the blood flow is being measured. So over here, if you can see, this is a youthful. Let's say you're a youthful person, the blood flow is good. But as you start aging, you start having all this plaque build up and it gets narrow. And what will happen is, if this plaque gets blocked here, there's a clot or something here, or this plaque bursts, that's where you're going to get a heart attack. So if it happens here and it blocks the flow of blood to the tissues of the muscle tissues of your heart, then you will find that you will have the heart attack. There'll be flow. So sometimes you can get symptoms. Symptoms is when it starts narrowing. So we call it angina. So it's harder and harder for your blood vessel to blow. Sometimes you feel very painful because of that poor flow. It's a symptom already that there's narrowing. And of course, when there is a block, you get a heart attack, like what happens over here. Okay, so this is very, very common. So when you have a heart attack, it's not your heart that is sick. Okay, your heart is healthy. Your heart is meant to last a lifetime. It's your blood vessels that is sick. It's your vascular system that is sick. So you've got to pay attention to your blood vessels. Okay, that's important. So if you look at this diagram again, this is where how nitric oxide affects the aging of your blood vessels. As we grow older, naturally, our body produces lesser and lesser of nitric oxide. When you're young, of course, when you're in your 20s, if you're healthy, definitely very high nitric oxide. But when you reach your 30s, you go down to 80. When you reach your 40s, it goes down 50%. When you reach your 50s, you go down to 35%. And you reach your 60s, you go down to 15%. It is a natural process of aging. And when this nitric oxide level goes down, what will happen? Your arteries will start thickening, inflammation and plaque buildup. Your blood vessels become very stiff. And then you hear of things people say calcium buildup, right? The calcium gets placed there, is accumulated there. And of course, you may get a rupture and a possible heart attack when all these things cannot be contained anymore. So the risk of blood clot risk and rupture is there. Still, for men and women, it's the same. For men, when they reach their 40s, almost 50% down. Women still have quite good nitric oxide when they reach their 40s, but as they go into their menopausal years, you find that after menopause, the nitric oxide levels goes down so fast, okay? So that's where your risk of heart attack for women and men is the same after 50 plus or 60. But in the younger days, women are lesser prone to heart problem because of our protection from our estrogen. So that is Mother Nature giving some benefits to women here. All right. So besides the heart, the blood vessels that can be blocked could be blood vessels in your legs. Okay, like here you can see the blood flow. If there's a lot of plaque buildup down there as well, the blood flow will be, of course, compromised. And that is where when you have this blockage, you may find, we call it intermittent claudication, or sometimes when you start walking, you say, oh, how come when I walk, my leg is so pain? How come I walk, my leg is so cramped? That could be one sign that there is that intermittent sort of blockages and poor blood flow to your legs and of course to your extremities. So this of course can be corrected if you increase back your nitric oxide levels. So this is one sign. If you're always having leg cramps, you're always having pains, when you start walking, sit down, you're okay because your blood vessels is more relaxed. But when you start standing up and walking, when you have that pain, this could be one of the reasons as well. And then the other one would be stomach. Okay, if you have always stomach problems, stomach heartburn or stomach ache or reflux, so all these things also have got to do with nitric oxide. Number one is nitric oxide, of course, increase the blood flow into your stomach and all that. And in this acidic environment, right, nitric oxide further helps you to naturally kill this bacteria that you swallow in with your food. That's why sometimes when you get food poisoning, right, your stomach acid is not strong enough to kill this bacteria. This bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli, they are very resistant one, they can just bypass the acid and go through your intestines and cause you all this havoc. That's why when you got this stomach food poisoning also, you feel like you're going to get a heart attack, right? The pain is so intense. But nitric oxide can kill this bacteria, This nitric oxide can kill Salmonella and E. coli. That is why it's so important to have very high levels of nitric oxide in your stomach cavity, which I'm going to share with you just later how it can help you by getting more nitric oxide in your stomach, because the nitric oxide here will be diffused into all this lining of your stomach. Okay, so you need that amount of nitric oxide to help you with not only this food poisoning thing, but to improve your heartburn as well as your reflux. Okay, all that can be helped by increasing nitric oxide. Okay, you don't have to understand this chart, but I just need to show to understand about aging, nitric oxide and aging. A lot of people are talking about DNA and the telomeres and how when your telomeres shorten, then you start aging. Okay, the only thing you need to know here is the nitric oxide helps to prevent your telomeres or your DNA from breaking down. Because every time when your cells replicate, your DNA gets lesser and lesser one. Every time the cell divide, you lose about 25 to 200 bases. So what that nitric oxide does, it prevents the loss of these telomeres. That means it retains all the function or the information in your DNA to go into the new cell. So just to know that nitric oxide is very important if you want to age healthily, okay? You don't want to age faster. You don't want to get the wrinkles on your face, or you don't want your organs to defunction. It's got to do right up to the DNA level. It is that precise and critical, okay? So now let's talk about what other benefits that we can find in nitric oxide, besides, of course, just the heart. Definitely for cardiovascular system is number one, but it also has a lot of other usages, like in reducing pain, avoiding blood clots, lower blood pressure, regulate your blood sugar, inhibit virus, accelerate fracture recovery, and also wound healing. I will go a bit into this right now. So let's go into your heart. It helps to relax your blood vessels. So when your blood vessels are relaxed, definitely your blood pressure is lowered. Now, as you start aging, and those of you who have high blood pressure, one of the main reasons is because your blood vessels is narrow. So when your blood vessels is getting narrower, it needs more pressure, right, for your blood to flow. So when you can relax your blood pressure by increasing nitric oxide, you can lower your blood pressure, and that helps to promote better circulation. That means if your circulation is better, you can go to every part of that 96,000 kilometers in your body. It will flow freely. And why is it so important to flow freely? Because your blood carries oxygen, your blood carries nutrients. It has to feed your cells. And what it does again, your blood carries back carbon dioxide, your blood carries back all the toxic waste from your cells back to your heart and to your kidneys and to your lungs to excrete. So it is so important to make sure that your blood circulation is important. All right, so that's why I cannot stress enough that I think our blood vessels and blood circulation has been taken for granted by many people. They don't really realize that you can do something about it. Okay? This is one research in this Case Western University. It also shows that the main receptors in the heart, that respond to drugs don't work without nitric oxide. So even if you are getting treatment with medication for your heart disease, if you do not have enough nitric oxide, even the medication will not work. So that's how important nitric oxide is in helping your cells to recover. Okay, right. The next one is nitric oxide and inflammation. So nitric oxide helps to regulate inflammation. As you know, inflammation is another big and very big area whereby many diseases is caused by inflammation. So nitric oxide blocks the inflammation that occurs in the damaged blood vessels in the endothelial cells as well, and it also reduces the chronic inflammation in other parts of your body. So many other parts of your body has inflammation, right? And part of it is also the ability to fight infection. Okay, infection causes inflammation in your body. Some are short-term inflammation, but the chronic inflammation causes a lot of damage. So nitric oxide is important to fight infection, especially right now, right? It's not just fighting your normal cough and cold and flu. It fights off even infection like COVID right now. There is a direct impact of how it can kill bacteria, virus, parasites, fungi in your body. And other inflammatory conditions like diabetes, allergies, autoimmune disease, fibromyalgia, arthritis, cancer, asthma, I put that allergy again. That all these diseases that's caused by inflammation can be helped, can be improved when you increase the nitric oxide levels in your body. Okay, so I was just looking through for this autoimmune disease. There is a breakthrough in the study whereby they find that disease like immune system disease like multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, it can be treated by this gas produced naturally by the body, which is nitric oxide. Okay, so a lot of studies like this are ongoing. So that is about inflammation. Now, if you have any of those conditions, know that there is a way. Now, another important topic, which I think maybe the guys will be more excited to hear about this, okay, nitric oxide and sexual health. Now, it has been recognized that erectile dysfunction or not being able to have a hard-on, you call it like that, there's a relation between coronary artery disease. The risk factors are the same. That means if you are smoking, you have high cholesterol, diabetes, and hypertension, not only will you get the heart disease, but you also will get erectile dysfunction. And the very good, not good thing, the important thing to note that even if you do not have heart disease, you do not have hypertension or diabetes, but you have erectile dysfunction, it is actually they call it an independent risk factor to say that this is your heart disease may be coming on. Because why? When you have erectile dysfunction, it's a nitric oxide problem. The blood vessels at the penile area are constricted. There is no blood flow there, which shows that your blood circulation is poor. So that is why if it affects the male organ first, it will sooner or later affect the heart and the other blood vessels in your body. So this blue pill that Pfizer made a lot of money with, it seems it's a problem solver, definitely. It helps to treat erectile dysfunction. And people think that it's just for that. But this blue pill, actually what it does, it actually increases or it concentrates the nitric oxide in the penile area to cause vasodilation. So your penile, it will get the erection. So that is what the blue pill does. But definitely, what it does is it increases nitric oxide. So if you can increase nitric oxide there, even without the blue pill, you can treat erectile dysfunction without this blue pill. Number one, it costs quite a lot of money. Number two, of course, with any medication, there's always the side effects with it. So sometimes people get carried away. They can even get a lot of problems taking this blue pill. So just know that other sources of nitric oxide can also help you in your sexual health. The blue pill is not the only answer. Okay. Next, we go into your nervous system. Now, nervous system contains of course, from your brains up to your whole body. It gives you a very natural feeling of restedness. You feel very rested. You feel very calm, especially if you have a lot of pain. You have cramps. Suddenly you find, I don't feel good. Every day I wake up with pain. Every day I have cramps. I have very tightness in my muscles. It's got to do a lot with nitric oxide as well. So nitric oxide can help you to improve these states, and it can also improve pain management. I will go into that. Definitely, it helps a lot for your brain function. As you can see, the amount of blood vessels in your brain, it helps for all these cognitive functions and memory improvement. So anything that is got to do with a brain problem. It could be things like Alzheimer's, dementia, right? Parkinson's, even things like migraine, headaches, strokes, depression, anxiety, autism, epilepsy, or anything that's got to do with the brain has a very good linkage with nitric oxide. And if you just try and focus on increasing nitric oxide and the delivery to that area, you may find a relief. You may find an improvement right there. So in this journal, there are many studies actually, but one of it is in this journal. It found about the role of nitric oxide in cluster headaches or migraine. And it says that nitric oxide regulates the vascular tone and acts as a potent vasodilator. So participates in regulating blood flow. So I know of some of our friends here who are taking our nitric oxide, our nitro thing. When they feel that they're getting a headache or they're getting a migraine, they just pump our nitro and they find within a few minutes, they feel relief because the nitric oxide is, the nitric oxide goes to the brains and dilates the blood vessel. So it is a very natural, in a way, I would say, pain relief, painkiller without taking your medication, without the side effects of medication, okay? So it's very important for that part. If you're suffering from migraines or headaches all the time, it helps a lot. It's also important in processing sensory information and pain sensitization, okay? It relieves pain, it improves pain. You'll suddenly find your whole world is so different because you have no more pain. You don't live in pain. Very important for those who live with chronic arthritis, they have to take long-term painkillers. Okay, so nitric oxide helps there. So nitric oxide and immune system, again, like I mentioned, it is involved in the pathogenesis or control of infectious disease, tumors, autoimmune processes, chronic degenerative disease. So in anything that has got to do with your immune function of your body, especially those autoimmune problems that your body is just fighting itself, right? It's just affecting itself. Nitric oxide plays a very big part in all this, especially for infections as well. Just know that, especially at times like this right now, increase your nitric oxide levels, you will be at a better position to enhance your immune system. And another way how nitric oxide helps you in your immune system, it also triggers your own body resistance. Like our body has our own soldiers. Whenever something abnormal, alien comes into your body, your first defense, that means your body soldiers will come out. And these soldiers are called in names like macrophage, lymphocytes, in scientific term. But actually, we have this first protection, and nitric oxide will tell your soldiers, quickly come out, quickly fight the invasion. That is how it is. It's a signaling molecule to tell your body to produce more of it and to go to the target area where the infection is at. Go there and fight the war, okay? So if you have enough nitric oxide, you will fight the war against virus, bacteria, fungi. If you don't have enough nitric oxide, then you do not have enough of these signals to tell your body to fight the war, and you lose it, okay? That is why it's like over here, they also mention tumor cells, because tumor cells are abnormal cells as well. The start of cancer is definitely is whether your body can fight or not, whether your body can go and treat and attack these tumor cells or not, okay? And nitric oxide has a part to play with it. This study is done also in the Journal of Virology. I think some of you may have seen it, but this study talks about nitric oxide and influenza, the viral flu. Like today, the COVID is also a coronavirus. They found that nitric oxide has been shown to contribute to the pathogenesis of influenza-induced virus pneumonia. So what nitric oxide does actually, in short, is that it blocks, it prevents that virus that has entered your body from replicating, from growing, because when the virus goes in your body, it will start to produce more and more, replicate very fast, and that's how it can take over your body function. But having enough nitric oxide, it will block this influenza virus. It is not done specifically to COVID, definitely, but this one was done on a coronavirus, a different species of it. That is why we can see, I think a lot of us who are actually on our triangle of health and all, do you notice that your immune system is stronger, where you do not catch a cold very fast, when people are sniffing, sneezing, coughing, but you are okay? Because your nitric oxide kills that bacteria on its own, okay, on its own there. So that is the part of it. And actually there's some more. I was really struggling a little bit to finish it up, but the most important part about nitric oxide is helping you to improve your nutrition. That means the blood flow to your intestines, your gut. As you know, the gut, we have about 22 feet of gut. And along the way in your small intestines, blood vessels flow into your gut to absorb the nutrients from the food that you eat, okay? So with better blood flow to your gut, the nutrients can be absorbed better. If you do not have enough nitric oxide, the nutrients may not be fully absorbed, or a lot of it will go to wastage. Doesn't get absorbed, it goes where? It goes to the end of your GI tract and you poo it out, not it goes into your feces, okay? So along the way, that's why our intestines are so long, because we need that amount of time to absorb the nutrients, and we need good blood flow to your intestines to absorb the nutrients. And the studies do show that when you increase your nitric oxide levels, blood flow increase almost 160%. So you will feel you're not wasted the food and the supplements that you take. Okay, it also enhances your metabolism. You'll find that your body works faster, your energy is released faster in your body, and that's why you feel you're more efficient. A lot of you will feel you feel more energetic, you're more alert, because you get better nutrients going into your body. Okay. And there's one part about helps to defend cancerous tumors. I wanted to read more about it, but I didn't have time to really tabulate it. But what I read is, that's what I said. Nitric oxide is a natural defense against cancerous tumors. If you see cancer is on the rise today, it's possibly because their defense, this natural defense in their body, which is nitric oxide, is lacking. All right. So for those you really want to prevent cancer, or if you have cancer, this is something that can help the spread of cancer, because it is a natural molecule that don't want to have these cancer cells in your body. It's going to go and fight it. Okay. And for musculoskeletal system, those who are maybe using for your exercise, your sportsman, or you're just doing a lot of workouts and using your muscles, it improves the oxygen delivery to your muscles, right? Because your muscles need oxygen for it to produce energy. That's where it increase the levels of endurance, where you have more stamina. Okay, I know many of us here last time we don't like to exercise because you exercise a while, you feel so tired, so you're not motivated to exercise. But when you have nitric oxide in your body, you increase your endurance and you can exercise more. And when you exercise more, of course, a lot of things will happen for you. And you also decrease lactic acid buildup, so you do not feel tired very fast. Your muscle don't feel tired, and so you can do more activities. Okay, so let me tell you something now with regards to our products called the Nitro FX and the Nitro Extreme, and how is it related to nitric oxide. So we can get a lot of nitric oxide. Since our body is not producing it very much, we need to help our body with external sources of nitric oxide that can help to boost up these levels. In terms of diet, yes, you can get this nitric oxide by consuming some of these vegetables that has high nitrates, we call it, because these nitrates will be converted to nitric oxide in your body. So you can take vegetables like spinach, kale, collard greens, celery, beetroots, carrots, bok choy, arugula. And if you can't get these vegetables every day, or maybe you don't know whether it's enough or not, you can get it from a nitrate supplement like what we have here in our Nitro FX and our Nitro Extreme. Okay, so Nitro FX and Nitro Extreme is a part of our triangle of health. Okay, this is why this two which I mentioned earlier is for your nutrition, nutrients for your cell health, and this is for your blood circulation. So let's talk a little bit about this Kayani Nitro. It is actually a proprietary blend of noni plant extract. Okay, so the raw ingredients of this Nitro is from this noni plant from Tahiti. So it's very pure, very organic here. And it's not just from the fruit, it's from the whole plant. It's from the leaves, it's from the stems, it's from the buds. And they find that this plant of noni has very high extracts of nitrate. So what they do is they concentrate the nitrate. And right now what you have is if in this bottle, where you only take very little, right? You only need to take about 1 milliliter, which will be converted to nitric oxide in your body. That's how it works. It's so simple to me. I find it's not easy to get so much of that greens in your diet, but you can get this to increase your nitric oxide levels. And we have two types here. One is just the Nitro FX, which is the plain noni extract, which is well and good. You can take Nitro FX to give you the nitrates that converts to nitric oxide in your body. Or you can also take Nitro Extreme, because Nitro Extreme is the enhanced version where it has additional nutrients to give you even more energy. And these nutrients that's added in also increase more nitric oxide in your body. So it's a double whammer for you. Personally, I take Nitro Extreme because I think I need a lot of energy in my brains, in my body when I exercise, and definitely it's much better. So Nitro Extreme has additional coenzyme Q10. As you know, coenzyme Q10 helps to convert the food to energy in your cells. Okay, magnesium is a very important mineral right now. It helps to convert again your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your sugars again to energy. If you need high energy, you need magnesium. It also helps for muscle relaxation and for your nervous system. Okay, so magnesium is a very important nutrient. Zinc helps for your immune system, wound healing, and also brain function. Chromium helps to stabilize your sugars as well, and also converts all these carbohydrates into energy. So it's an important nutrient. And niacin protects, of course, your heart, digestive system, and nervous system. So these are carefully selected minerals that's added in together to further enhance the production of nitric oxide in your body. Okay, so it's either this or that. Either way, both helps very much. It depends on your lifestyle and your needs. So the study done in Nitro Extreme in terms of availability in the body, they find that when they did this test, when you take Nitro Extreme, it goes into your blood system very, very fast, and it persists even after 24 hours. You still find the Nitro Extreme still remains in your blood very much longer compared to some of the other things that produces nitric oxide, but very little, including insulin as well. So it just shows that our Nitro Extreme remains in your blood, remains even after 24 hours, the effects of it. And this other study, when they compared Nitro Extreme to morphine, as you know, morphine is a very strong painkiller. People take morphine, especially when other painkillers don't work, Panadol don't work and Constant don't work. And normally people who have terminal disease take morphine to relieve the pain. They find that Nitro Extreme can release the nitric oxide almost 90% to that of morphine. How morphine acts is it releases nitric oxide. Morphine releases nitric oxide to release the pain. But Nitro Extreme can release nitric oxide up to 90% of morphine without the side effects of morphine. So I find this is a very powerful experiment that they did to show that, those who really need long-term painkiller, they can opt for this as an alternative without the long-term effect. And as fast as you put it, less than 5 minutes, you can start feeling the effect already of this nitric oxide. So it's very powerful. So if you don't know of anyone who are taking long-term painkillers and they're suffering a lot of pain, this could be one avenue for them to really help them, to relieve the pain and to not deal with the side effects of chronic pain medications. Mostly it will affect your kidneys in the long run. And of course, these products, you have the peace of mind to consume because they are all certified by all these third-party validations in terms of quality, purity. We don't want any bad things to happen in your body. You can look all this up, of course, in our website, what all these certifications are about. But it's just a guarantee that you can take it very safely. That is why, I give it to my mom when she was alive. I give it to my children. I take it myself. People who are pregnant, breastfeeding, they all can take it because it's very pure. Okay, there is not, it's clean in a way, it's safe to take. Okay, so how do we take this Nitro? The best way to take it is definitely, I'll go 3 times a day. The first thing you do is take it first thing when you open your eyes, in your bed, you put it at your bedside. The first thing you do when you wake up, you pump 1 ml of Nitro into your mouth directly. I won't do it, if not I cannot talk, okay? So you just pump it, and before you swallow it, you just leave it, you swash it around with your saliva, because that's where the nitrates inside here will be converted by the bacteria, the enzymes in the bacteria to a nitrite. It's the first conversion to nitric oxide. So you leave it there about 30 seconds as your saliva dilutes it, then you swallow. Once you swallow that nitrate, this Nitro inside your stomach, when it hits the stomach acid, immediately the nitrite will be converted to nitric oxide. It becomes a gas. And this gas will be absorbed at your stomach lining right there. And when this gets absorbed in the stomach lining, it goes into your blood circulation very, very fast. So that is the best way to take . But I know of some of you who say, I need to brush my teeth first and all that. Okay, if you really need to, it's okay. You will find you're not comfortable, then you can take it maybe you can drink a glass of water first, then you take the Nitro, or after you take your Nitro, you drink a glass of water. But if you really don't like it, never mind, go brush your teeth. Then after that, go and have a bit of breakfast and you can have your Nitro. Okay, but definitely if you want to maximize the effect of Nitro, take it when you wake up in the morning. The second dose you can take is before your dinner. Okay, so before dinner, take another one meal, because what you want is to dilate your blood vessels, improve the blood circulation to your intestines, to increase absorption. Okay, so you take it before your dinner one more time, one meal or so, and you can add another one dose if you like in the daytime. So you can take it anytime, let's say after lunch, because that's where sometimes after lunch you get a bit tired, a bit sluggish. You can pump another time after lunch to improve further your endurance. Okay, this is just a normal schedule. There's no hard and fast rule. Some of you take it before your exercise, which is good. Okay, you want to take a pump before your exercise, it can increase your performance and endurance. You can as well. There are some people I know who take it before they sleep. You can do it as well, because it does give you a good sleep, but it depends on person to person, because sometimes it makes you too active as well. You may not be able to sleep. So you try and error and see how the nitric oxide works for your body. Just let me have a reminder that everybody may have a slightly different response when you start taking our Nitro products, because the product is the same dosage, the same thing, but the state of your health is different. Some of you are healthier, some of you are not so healthy, some of you have an existing condition that you don't even know. So when your body reacts with that better circulation, you may have things like, hey, why do I feel so much more pain? This area is a problem, but now I feel more pain. So it's not aggravating the problem. It is actually addressing the problem. It is helping you to prepare for maybe releasing the toxics by having better blood circulation to the area. It can extract the toxins that is built up over there. So there are many reactions that you may find. It's good to be aware of the reactions, but it is not aggravating any condition. It is just know that it's actually trying to heal the condition that is probably lacking in nitric oxide and having all these problems. Okay, so these are just the two things that we have in our Nitro. I find that I feel everybody should take it. Everybody should take it. If you really are very concerned about your blood circulation, you really want to improve on your conditions, and you want to have long, healthy lives and be functionable, take it, try it, and see how it works for you. Okay, so it's a very simple, complete wellness solution. I think everybody needs all three, not just one. All three is important. And when you take all three, you get a synergistic effect of 9 times effectiveness. Everything complements each other. Absorption is really good. And just to remind again, our products are all based on natural wild ingredients. It's a food supplement, fruits, vegetables, and for sunset we have a fish. Okay, it's not a formulated synthetic thing. That's why your body reacts better with it. Okay, so just share a few stories before I end. Lian is my neighbor. He's one of the first people that we recommended our Triangle of Health, including this Nitro, to him. He suffered 2 strokes, one in the year 2017 and 2018, and it was a major stroke for him. We didn't see him for many months because he was inside. He said, I couldn't even get up. I need a wheelchair and all. But when I recommended this to him 2 years back, I remember in May 2019, within that first month, he started to see a lot of improvements in his health. His blood pressure went down. He sleeps better at night. He said, I can sleep better. I don't wake up. His breathing improved. The strength in his joints and his muscles improved. And he can walk up the stairs. He said last time I was step by step. Now he can go very fast. And today he's totally a different person. As you can see, the Triangle of Health has helped him really enhance his health. He's now able to even hike up hills, for a stroke patient. And the people that sees him in Bukit Beruang here, right, they all know him as the guy with 2 strokes, and they all admire him for what he's able to do today. Okay? And with him also, he recommended a lady, Mazila, who has very uncontrolled diabetes. And also within 1 month, this lady's diabetes from 17 dropped to 7. Again, like I mentioned just now, diabetics have very low levels of nitric oxide in the epithelium, and that affects everything. And she has a lot of issues because of that. She has very poor wound healing. She has no energy. And within that 1 month, she has so much of improvement. Last time she said she cannot even get up to cook because she feels so lifeless. Now she can. Her wound that's been there for a long time has healed within a month as well. So that's such an amazing improvement by just focusing on one thing, nitric oxide and nutrition for your body. Okay, so with that also, I want to invite this amazing gentleman who is 63 years old today, Mr. William Low. Happy birthday. Because since he started the Triangle of Health and Nitric Oxide, when we started this about 2.5 years ago, he has tremendous improvement in his health, which I want you all to hear it from the horse's mouth. So I will stop my screen share right now and pass it over to William for your sharing. Okay, over to you, William.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, you're clear.
Okay. Thank you, and happy Saturday to everybody. Happy weekend. Even though my wife Vilan is a pharmacist, and those days people will come and get their medication from her, she would always encourage them to change their lifestyle, incorporate some exercise, healthy eating to improve their condition rather than to depend on medication. And she always prescribe or what do you call this, dispense medicine for their minor problems. And she always tell them to go on something natural. And as for me, I noticed that when you eat out often or daily, you will start getting these kind of problems. Your cholesterol will go up, your glucose level also will go up, then your BP will go up, and it will all be on an upward trend, including your body weight. So as for me, 8 years eating out, working for a German company, it took a toll on me. And I also had other issues that actually really bothered me. Blood sugar also was borderline. And I was also a hepatitis B carrier for about 30 years, even before I got married. So whenever I go for a blood test, my focus would be on that to find out how am I doing with my hepatitis B. So because it could lead to liver cancer or cirrhosis if the virus decides to start getting active. So in 2011, that was the time that I went for a medical, and my cardiologist found that my cholesterol level was 5.7. I was going through all my medical records in here. So at 5.7, he was already telling me, William, go on statin. Go on statin, 5.7. So he was giving me all kinds of explanation. At that point of time, those days, he said, 2011, he was telling me that even doctors in the UK, even if they didn't have high cholesterol, they were just popping statins, for prevention. So I said, no, doctor, I will go on a change of lifestyle and try to bring it down. So after 4 months, change of lifestyle, and I was taking something that was more targeted only for cholesterol, and it did go down. And he told me, okay, just continue doing what you're doing. And that was it. So fast forward to 2019. My blood pressure about 140/90. In 2019 means in March, just before I started going on the Triangle of Health with the Kayani Nitro. So 140/90, and I was on 10 milligrams of Novas amlodipine, and the cholesterol was 6.4. After that, the cholesterol started going up. I don't know what happened, but it was 6.4, and it worried me a bit. And glucose was already above 6 point something. So after 4 months on the TOH, I didn't think much about it. I was just taking it. It didn't bother me. It was very, of course, I switched from the previous supplement that I was taking. And I really enjoy taking my supplements nowadays, with the enjoyable sunrise, with nice blueberry taste in the mouth in the morning when you wake up, the Nitro Extreme. So it was more comfortable and more delightful to take. And I didn't really expect much, it was just a switch. But after that, I found out that, hey, my pressure has gone down to below 120 over 80, So I was thinking, hey, I better consult Elan, So she said, half your medication. So I half my medication, and now I'm still able to get that kind of reading, 120 over 80. Sometimes even a bit lower. So I'm very happy. I'm okay with 5 milligrams of Novas. And then for me, I believe that we participated, we took part in the Kayani 90 Days Healthy Living Challenge. That's a community that we are in, And of course, it is our own community, and we advocate, we encourage each other to eat healthy, do some simple exercises. We post what we eat, we post what we do to encourage and also to bring up those who may feel that, very difficult, But to the people who they probably would have thought to themselves also that it is difficult. And even me too, sometimes I say, wow, quite difficult for these people to achieve something, But lo and behold, it's incredible, they actually improve, and it's so encouraging. I can say that I have to believe that it helps them, They lost weight, they are more healthy, and they're living a better life, And they are sharing it with their friends and family. So very doable, simple exercises like walking, doing some planking and healthy foods. It can help you together with your nitric oxide, because nitric oxide will help you in the absorption of whatever you are taking. So you will be able to benefit from it. So then again, in last year, October 2019, we did a full medical checkup. The last time was, I think, I can't really remember. I couldn't find the records, but from what I know was that my hepatitis B was always positive. It was always active, So this October in 2019, I went and did together with Yilan, and she was with me. And after the checkup, we went to see the doctor. So she was telling me, okay, your this is like that, your that is like this, pretty good, And then, okay, you can go now. So I said, hey, doctor, do you all do a hepatitis B check for me? I said, yeah, of course. Now, what is the report? So he said, no, it's non-reactive. You don't have any hepatitis problem. I said, I've been hepatitis positive for 30 years, doctor. Are you sure? So yes, it shows that you are, you're negative. And please go for your booster jab, because you don't have the what do you call it? I think I'm becoming like Mahadi already. But my memory is better than him, okay? So she told me that I should go for my booster jab. And then the BP was still very good, 120 over 80. And like I said, my memory is very, very much better. And what else? Okay, I have another note here. What else I benefited from taking this product, especially the Nitro? I have it with me here. This is a portable one, that you can put in your handbag. Put anywhere, like fishing bag, in your trousers. Oh God, this one. Anytime you can just drop into your mouth. So, what else have I benefited from taking this product? Number one, I've never had a headache ever since. As far as I can remember, no headaches. Those days I used to get headaches. Never had headache. I feel more energized. Better memory very, very much improved. I know where I put my things, and sometimes I don't have to look for it. I know exactly where it is. I can go straight and look for it. Before that, I used to have a problem with memory, being 63. And then more focus on things that I'm doing. And I feel lighter, really, ringan tulang. Yeah? I do a lot of things around the house because I feel much lighter and energized. And of course, I don't need Viagra, okay? So Pfizer won't make any money from me. And then I have not caught the flu for as long as I can remember. I may sneeze just once, the nose may water a little bit, but in less than 5 minutes, I've recovered. Whereas in those days, when I sneeze, that is the start of my flu. And it will last from 10 days to 2 weeks. But I don't have that anymore. So I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. And yeah, I saw somebody say interaction with medications. I believe that it will help. Nitric oxide will help in the absorption of the medication or whatever that you are taking. I will let Yilan answer the rest of it. And I would like to thank everybody for your kind birthday wishes. And really, if you have not tried nitric oxide, give it a try. There's nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose, really, but much to gain. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, William, for sharing. I just have one last slide to share before I finish. But whatever William said just now is certainly true. You know, as we start aging, as of course all of us age, his health gets better and better. Last time he had a lot of complaints, like what you said. There's quite a lot of worrying issues, like his high blood pressure, the hepatitis. It was quite worrying, and we tried many ways to see whether it can work or not, but nothing seems to address those issues until we tried the triangle of health, and that was where things got resolved. Cholesterol, BP lowering, it's amazing. In fact, I think he can go off his medication already, but he just feels comfortable taking it. He can. So whatever state that you're in right now, if you work on it, definitely micronutrients like triangle of health helps very much. Plus, change your lifestyle. You must change of things that you didn't do very well. Maybe you never exercise very much. Maybe you were not a very careful eater. You took a lot of processed food. So start changing those things a bit by bit, and you will see things will unfold over the years. It's like the 90-day challenge that we are in is to help you to make that change. Don't need to be so drastic, don't worry, but just doing small changes bit by bit, knowing what to do with our guidance, you can certainly improve. And so that is why I find this is, it costs money to stay healthy. Yes, you need to buy the supplements because after all, you can't get everything from your diet. You need help from these micronutrients and good micronutrients that gives you good things like nitric oxide. Where else are you going to get it? You can't, right? It's not that much to pay because if you get sick, it's even more, any amount of money may not be able to help you, I would say, if you come to that stage. Even putting a stent in your heart will cost you 5 figures already, right? So take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. There is no spare part. If there is also, it's very hard to get, okay? Very hard to get a spare liver or spare kidney. It's hard to get. But whatever you have now, God has given you an amazing miracle body. It is up to you to take care of it. And definitely we can. I am very confident that we can certainly take care of our body if we follow through with the right people, of course, like-minded people are those who are concerned about health, and take it step by step. You will go into the way of wellness and good health as we age. Okay, so I'm sorry the time has overshot quite a long time, but too many things to share. I'm just too excited to not miss anything that I think is important. Of course, more information will be going on again. But anyway, that is what I want to share about today about nitric oxide. I hope it has made some good awareness for you, and please share it not only for yourself, your family members, friends, family who you think can be helped can try and use nitric oxide, enhancement of nitric oxide in the body to improve their health. Okay, so I give back to Fuziana, Team Fuziana. Over to you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ilan. That's a wonderful share. As always, we have high expectations of Ilan and she always fulfill it. And today ada special because she invites William to share his. So if you all don't mind, the time has overshot a little bit, but there are questions to answer a bit here. Ilan, can you want to answer it now?
Can you read it, because it's gone so much in the thread, I can't really see it. If you have picked up some questions, maybe you can just read it out.
Here's a question from Ara. She asked if someone with dialysis can take the Nitro products. Yeah, that's question number 1.
Yes, yeah, let me answer that, because this one has been answered. This question is very common. It's been asked many times, and Dr. Azman, once he had a session, he actually recommends nitric oxide to his kidney patients. Of course, for us, we give the Nitro FX, the plain one, because it's actually helpful for them. It not only maybe can help to increase perfusion, blood flow into the kidneys, but actually it also helps to improve blood flow to all the other parts of your body. So it will not have any effect or damage the kidney further. It won't. It may help even better, because we know there are people who are maybe not really end stage. Maybe there is still some function left. There could be some improvement in their creatinine levels as well. Like Dr. Michael Manalaisai, the Filipino nephrologist, he recommends it to his patients on dialysis. And he also mentioned, besides protecting your kidneys, you also have to think about your other organs in your body. You still have a heart, you still have a brain. So you still need the nitric oxide to help you in circulation for all these things. So the answer is actually yes, you can. But go for Nitro FX, the plain one.
Okay, thank you, Ilan. I hope that answers your question. Ara, another one about just now William mentioned also, does Nitro interfere with medication, and can it be taken on an empty stomach? Interfere with medication.
It doesn't interfere with your medications really. The only medication that we are a bit concerned is the blood thinner warfarin. So if anyone is on the warfarin blood thinner, then maybe you may want to learn how you can use it together. There's a special way of doing it. But if you're on any other medication, there is really no interaction, because what it does is just helping to release nitric oxide in the body. It is from a noni plant. What it does, nitric oxide goes into your bloodstream. Definitely no interaction. If you want to take it on empty stomach, you can. Unless the person has already a very sensitive stomach, maybe you may not want to do that. So again, case to case, check yourself. Like I think most of us here, including myself, I just take it when I wake up in the morning. I have no issues at all. But if you do have an issue, suddenly if you drop it, you find, wow, it's so sensitive or pain, then maybe for a start, don't do that first. Take it with some food. Because anything with food helps to buffer a little bit. So you can do it. Again, it's trial and error. There is there's no, I cannot say yes and suddenly say, how come you say yes, I got pain? I don't know, because everybody reacts differently. Yeah.
Next question, Ilan, banyak pula lah ni. Is it good for a thyroid patient? Thyroid, hypothyroid is not defined.
Again, like I like to reiterate that our product is not meant to treat any disease, but our products can support conditions in your problem. When you have a thyroid problem, it's definitely an imbalance of something, imbalance of the hormones. And the nutrition that we have, not only in the Nitro, but in the Triangle of Health, can help you to help your cells to heal, repair, maintain whatever part, and in that process, maybe it will get back the balance in your thyroid function. But yes, I've known of thyroid patients taking it and they have improvements. But it's not a cure for a thyroid thing. It's just getting your body the right nutrient for it to heal itself. The best is just give it a try. But when you try, also don't try 1 month. You got to try at least 3 months to 6 months, because it takes time for your body to repair, not a very instant cure. Not my gimme, not my gimme.
I also have good experience with the patient with high
Oh, yeah. Please share, please share. Yeah.
sluggish
Okay.
thyroid. So next question, this one interesting. Can you give this nitro to a person who has fainted? Any
How to get it into the body, dia tak boleh telan kan? You take it before they faint. Okay, that's why I wanted to say also, we have this little bottle here, our mini nitros also. Please carry it everywhere you go lah. To me, it's in my sports bag, it's in my handbag. William carries it in his pocket. In fact, I have one in the car also, because it acts like emergency GTN lah. Like people think, oh, my chest is pain. If they don't have that thing to put under the tongue, right, it doesn't dilate the blood vessels, and if you do not get help fast, you can die because it constricts the oxygen and blood supply to your heart, right? So when you have this, right, and belum pengsan lagi lah, okay, belum pengsan lagi, you can drop 10 drops every 1 minute, just drop 10 drops, just a little bit until the person takes time to revive. You're buying time, actually. You're just buying time while waiting for doctors or whatever to come. It's just a relief for you. I know some of you have experienced it before. You feel a bit tightness, you just pump, then you feel relief. You feel that a migraine coming in, you take it as relief. When you're sedar, bila tak sedar, I don't have any experience how to pump into the tak sedar person. I don't know how it's going to work. But if lah, I don't know, if you come a case tak sedar, you cuba je lah, letak je dalam lidah. I don't know. But so far, I don't have any experience lah.
Okay, ada question lagi. Lily tanya, can you consume it during breastfeeding? Wah, Lily nenek baru.
Yes. Of course, in any supplements you can see lah, they always got precaution. Can you please consult your doctor when you're breastfeeding and all that. But from what we have discussed with some questions we put forward to the medical specialists, the doctors, it's very safe to take if you're lactating or even if you're pregnant, because it's just fruits. Again, it's food. It's a food supplement. It's not a vital. It's not a formulated supplement. It's just everything is naturally occurring from the food that comes into the product. So you can.
Ada remark here. You mean you can put it in the car? Would it affect the efficacy? I mean, I wouldn't deliberately leave it in the car lah, but for an emergency, maybe the little bit of it.
No, I have it in my glove compartment. Of course, my car is very well tinted lah. I'm not saying that you go and leave in the car. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I personally put it everywhere lah, because it's me. I just like to have my things, like especially like this, and in case of emergency, I cannot hunt it in my bag or what, I know, oh, there's something in the car. So I'm not telling you to keep in the car. Definitely you cannot keep this kind of things in the car.
Yeah.
But one small one for emergency, just in case, better than nothing lah.
It's so handy, isn't it? This thing so handy everywhere. Sometimes I buka any part of my handbag also got. Sometimes I have 3 in my handbag.
Yeah.
So, like a person with asthma, they have the inhaler everywhere.
Yes.
That thing that.
I think once you start using it, you will understand what I mean. Now maybe you feel a bit weird why like that, but once you start using it, you know how much it benefits you and how much it can possibly save a life now. You will do what we do. You will probably eventually do like that. Even the doctors do that as well. No, those Filipino doctors.
Lily. Just now it wasn't Lily, the new grandma. It was another Lily.
Okay.
So there's another question. There's another remark. Can you take Sunrise and Nitro Extreme? Of course.
Yes.
Of course, we would encourage you to take.
You should. You should take it together. In fact, that's why the triangle of health comes in 3s. All of it on its own, of course, it helps. But when you take all 3, that's how it works. You deliver the nutrients to yourself. With good circulation and not good nutrients, also tak boleh kan. So you need good micronutrients, you need good circulation, then that's how your health comes in.
I think my problem is not taking too little of it. I take too much because I do the exercise. Before exercise, I pump. Then after exercise, I pump. So, but I also check my blood pressure lah. Tak ada. I feel pretty safe with this lah, because it's a food supplement. Yeah, it's from food, and I take more. I like the Nitro effect so much that I go through a few bottles a month.
You are so active, Datin. You surely need all the energy from there. But again, for all of you maybe who are new one, you adjust accordingly lah. If you're afraid of the hypo thing, then you start slowly. It's okay. You can start with once a day or twice a day first, and then adjust accordingly. Some people take 1 meal. After a while, they take 1.5 meals. Some even take 2 meals. It depends again on your body and your condition. So it's a food supplement, but different bodies may require different amounts lah. But generally, it's just about 1 meal, 2 or 3 times a day for basic maintenance. You need more, you can, no harm. Some people take up to 5 meals, that's what I've heard before lah. No harm in doing that. But it's just whether you need to or not lah. Whether you need to.
5 meals.
Okay.
5:30 now. Any more questions? I think we leave it for another time.
Yeah.
You who have missed thing, there is Dr. Sulin has graciously shared it, live stream it to our Living Your Best Life group. If you want to listen to it again, which you should, you can view it there, watch the replay there. So thank you very much to Yilan. Thank you very much.
I hope it's helpful. Just to inform you, tomorrow we are going to do a session at 3 o'clock to launch another round of 90-day challenge lah. So do come in. There'll be more exciting than the first round. I can tell you that. We have lots in store. Like what I said, a change of lifestyle is always important as well, together with our triangle of health, and that's how we do it together in this community to help all of us grow healthy together. So tomorrow pukul 3.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It has officially ended. I will end my recording. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you to our
Thank
lovely
you.
host today for hosting. Thank you. Thank you, William, for sharing.
Thanks, Luciana.
Recording stopped.
Okay.
Thank you, Dati.
It stretched so much of the time.
Hello, William. Happy birthday to you, William.
Thank you, Amy.
You look so much younger
Oh,
than 2 years ago, really. I'm wondering,
Following you.
William, you see all the ladies here, we will follow you.
I'll follow you also, Amy.
Follow me. Okay, but if you follow me, I promise you, Chop confirm promise you, I will not lead you to Holland. Okay, that definitely is a promise. Oh, you follow Kaini now, not follow me lah. Okay, follow Kaini. So next time when you are 71, you look like 17. Then you can still sing the song. I'm 17 on the way to 18. going to 18. Okay, so see you tomorrow. William 36 years old ni this year. 26 saja, bukan 63. Yeah. Okay, I make you host again, Yilan. How do I do that? You are a super host. You VIP host already.
Wait now.
Yeah.
Reclaim my host. Oh, here I can reclaim my host.
Can okay.
Okay. Anyway, we are just discussing off the record lah. I forgot to tell you, there's a way to mute the participants when they come in. Those who come in late, kan? So those who come in late, you go to the participant list. You see the 3 dots at the bottom right. Can you see that? Then you, there's one that says play sound when someone joins or leaves. That one you unclick it. Somehow you got to manually do it lah. You can't. I didn't set it like that. You see?
I cannot. It says pin. It just says
Oh, okay. But because you're not the co-host now, wait, make you co-host again. If you're the co-host, you can see. So I forgot to tell you. So just now, as I was presenting, there's a lot of ting tong, ting tong, ting tong. So a bit distracting actually. Can you see?
Oh, okay.
It's just that that ting tong thing you can off it, like you can mute it. I forgot to tell you about that. Okay. Anyway, it's good.
Ilan, you can set it in your settings.
I know, but I
this is to
didn't do it.
yeah.
I didn't do it because I didn't go through setting a seminar. I just open the normal way lah. I just open it the normal way lah. No, sometimes I want the ting tong earlier just to be aware, but in the process of the seminar, it's good to silence.
Yeah. True.
I thought the ting tong was people coming in.
Yeah lah, they are coming in lah.
Oh,
Yes, they are coming in. Yep.
So that's why we want to make it a silent entrance lah. So
Oh, you can make a silent entrance.
Mute them.
like, you mute the sound. The sound.
Yeah.
Not then.
Yeah.
I had so many things lah. I want to share this. I want to share this video. I want to play the video for William. All the time.
Yeah, I wanted to, but a bit difficult to play that video just now. A few things lah. I noticed that when we do PowerPoint presentation, if I embed even a short video, that video is very short now. I try to embed it pun tak boleh. It jams the whole thing, So I decided to take it out now. Okay lah, sebab banyak benda yang susah nak buat. Or maybe we have not found a way. Or maybe my computer is old.
We just found a way to do it.
Yeah, the computer is a bit.
Now I have to retrieve the recording from the cloud.
What you can do is you can send me the link to that recording from the cloud also, then I can retrieve it now.
Okay, I will.
Okay, today learn a bit more things lah. Thanks for helping, because just now at 2:40 about earlier lah, I said Sujana, come help me with the quiz and all, and then the hosting, because I really didn't complete this presentation, just to tell you lah. Never mind, you all are here, can listen. I didn't complete it. There's a lot of things to know some more, to say.
Hey, Ilan, the information is already a lot to digest. So it doesn't matter even whether you completed it or not, because so much information inside there.
How
It's
is it?
so much.
Have you learned a bit more from the normal things that we normally do?
It's
good.
a real
It's good already, Ilan.
You always like that.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah. The speaker is always like that one. Always.
Yes,
think
yes.
that. Yeah.
I
It's
was
good.
waiting for
As a
people to come in and share a little bit on her expert knowledge,
you don't tell, we don't know. We think you've
Yeah.
done your good job.
It's true. But there's a lot more. Nitric oxide, there's really a lot more. I was reading very interestingly about tumors, for Diana. I wanted to do it for you, but just too much to absorb. But nitric oxide is a tumor killer,
So I think a lot. I read it somewhere. Then I take. That's what you said. Some people take 5 ml. I think I take 5 ml. So take one in the morning. As soon as I wake up, one before I go for my workout, another one before I come back from my workout, before I take my sunrise. Then in the afternoon, I take one, and then at night, I take one. That's 5 ml.
Yeah, I think
Ooh,
for your condition, I suppose it's all right now, because you're
Yeah.
high risk now.
No,
And you use that a lot.
Actually, it's okay.
Mm.
Yeah, you can take it. Even I take about 4.5 in a day.
Oh, she got 4.5.
4.5.
Where the 0.5 come?
Every
take up
time it's
to 3.
nearby, just drop it
I
in.
take up to 3
And then
ml.
1.5, because you use the dropper, you get half. So I do it 3 times. So it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. So regarding the thyroid case, because I'm still waiting for my RA for my sister-in-law's second test results for the reversal. Once I have it, I'll share. And then even her thyroxine dose also reduced from 1 to half now. So I'm waiting for the RA because the last test was RA negative, you see. But it's
Wow.
border negative. Border negative. So I'm very impressed by William's hepatitis carrier reversal, you see. It's almost impossible, you know, but yet believable. How long did he take before it came to that status? 1 year? Because I have currently a case, you know, I wonder when. Or less than that, very, very astonishing and remarkable if it does that.
Antiviral. I believe it's the antiviral thing that helped that lah.
Yeah.
It's so long it's been like that. And then it's not just that one test. After that we repeated 2 times. It's still negative.
It's antigen positive, is it?
Antigen negative.
Reactive.
Negative.
Negatives. No. Before that. Before that.
Yes. Before that it's always antigen positive. Yes.
Reactive, right? Reactive.
Reactive.
But non-reactive.
Yeah. Non-reactive.
Non-reactive but positive.
Oh,
non-reactive.
that's good.
Yeah, and at that time
non-reactive.
Yeah, there was one part of the journey where the doctor prescribed him something lah to sort of contain the hepatitis B lah, even though he was not showing symptoms. But doctor said take it.
Is it lamivudine?
I forgot
Is it lamivudine?
I think so. What's the trade name of it? Baraclude, is it?
Yeah, Baraclude.
Yeah.
No, lamivudine. The trade name.
I pharmacy sudah karat lah.
When I show my what do you call it? What can see
Terbalik. Yeah.
Reactive atau balik is it? Sorry. Oh wait, I put the other camera. Sorry. Mana sudah pergi? Okay, over here. Can see? Something like this. Nampak tak?
Yeah. Hepatitis B carrier what?
To do the studies.
There are several tests, but yeah.
Yeah.
William can snap and WhatsApp.
Can.
I can compare some of the, because I have one current patient's lab test, so we can compare. But this patient, liver function test normal, right?
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Yeah. So good news today. Wonderful birthday.
Sorry?
Yeah. It's possible. I believe it's possible.
It's better. I think HBE antigen non-reactive, HBE antibody reactive.
Antibody reactive. I mean, you have protection, what? That means you have protection, what? Reactive. But there's no level,
No level.
Sometimes if we take hepatitis B vaccination, they will give you a level of your antibody level, because even after 20 years of Hep B vaccination, for me, I still have the antibody. And I can compare notes on that. I'm quite interested in this year. Good.
There are so many Hep B carriers
birthday present to William.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many Hep B carriers around who are just living with it. And just tengok nasib lah. Just tengok nasib, it's like.
Yes. This gives hope.
Nothing they can do.
I think any autoimmune can try this.
But
no real.
They are not willing to try. My brother-in-law, my younger sister's husband, actually he was hepatitis B positive also, but he became reactive. So now he's having issues, and he even tried to go to India to hunt for liver to do a transplant, but unfortunately the laws there don't allow for foreigners, you know. So at the moment, he keeps on going for this, what is it called? I think Yelan will be able to say that. They sort of kill the tumors, and every now and again the tumors keep coming out. So he goes to, I think,
UMMC,
to get it done, and he's going again. So I've told her to at least look into tocotrienols, but unfortunately not open. For me, if you have you're in a situation, and if you don't do something to help yourself, and you put all your marbles or all your eggs into that basket that the doctor is carrying, I think it's quite risky. Unfortunately, I do not know how else to. I told them my story, and I don't know how else to open it up further. Because at that stage of time when he went to India with his friends, because his friend got some contact in India, but that time it was like very desperate already. Before the doctor in this what do you call this? University Malaya, that nobody else could treat his, what do you call it already? So his condition, but fortunately this doctor told him that he could do that, and there was the ray of hope, and he's been going for it for a while, and he's been doing okay, but it keeps recurring, it keeps coming back. Every time you go and do a checkup, they will have, and then make another appointment to go and have it zapped. And then after that, come back, probably okay. And then after a few months, I think there should be about 4 or 5 times already like that, you know, but still not open to try. Both government pensioners, I don't think money is an issue, but so I don't know what is the issue, you know.
They don't take supplements actually. They don't believe in supplements. Even if they do, they will go to the pharmacy and buy something. Which to me, I find is, you know, I come from that background. I used to run a pharmacy, and probably I can advise them much better as to what you think you can do. But somehow they don't want to open up. That's what I find it a bit strange. I don't even want to try. So we can't. I think we've done our part. If they can't accept it, we can't do anything. But it's getting worse. If you keep coming back, it will come back worse, and it will come back worse and worse until the doctor will tell you one day, I can't do anything about it anymore. Then at that time, who are you going for help? You can't come back to us at that time. It's too late. It's already full blown. The cancer has gone so much already. But the time that you can still be helped right now, when you still have a chance, give yourself a chance. It's strange, right? When medical treatment cannot work, then you go for supplement. It's not take supplement first, cannot only go to medicine, right?
We all have we all have those.
Yeah.
Tak boleh nak cerita.
Quite a few also actually. Even the COVID one that I told you, cousin, when things are bad, anything also I'm open. But when things get better, they go back to their old ways, their old thinking, without wanting to explore. So it's their own beliefs. We can't change people's beliefs, right? And it's their own health. It's how you want to take responsibility for your health as well. So never mind. I mean, whatever it is, I'm glad we all have the like-minded people in this community. It's important to be among people like us, to be like-minded, because then you know that you're not alone doing this. And when you get negative people outside like that, you know that you won't be pulled in by them. Sometimes they can tell you their sorrow stories, and until you get maybe believe them already, So always come back to your community, people who are like you, okay? So that's why we need the support from each other, especially for 90-day challenge. That one's very, very, very important. Without community support, very hard to go through 90-day challenge. Like William said, some of them